Hello viewers, I'm SP and welcome back to Phoenix Point. So, we have had some successes. We're doing alright in the broad campaign sense, but we've also had a couple of real painful failures lately. We gotta talk a little bit about what is going wrong and how to fix it. Now my hope here was that we could use the strength of the vehicles to carry a couple of low-level soldiers up to being higher level, instead of having to devote high-level soldiers to that task. A couple of problems with that we ran into in the last episode, which is, first of all, a vehicle may not be enough, but secondly, the armadillo's kind of crummy. Like, it has more health than a scarab, but if we'd had the scarab in that situation, it would have been able to contribute. And maybe even we would have been able... I don't know if we would have been able to win, but we certainly would have been in a better position, right? With it destroying cover and shooting stuff down, it could have... if I had realized that building was going to collapse under a single gunshot, the way it did, as opposed to the sturdiness of the building in the mission immediately before that, where even multiple rockets and grenades couldn't breach a single wall, then I suppose we could have used the free fire system to just shoot the wall apart and then drive the armadillo through that. I suppose I should have had the armadillo try it at some point, because there wasn't a lot of valuable shooting we were doing. That's totally on me. But on the whole, the armadillo just seems a lot weaker than the scarab, so I think we're going to use the scarab for this purpose in the future. But it may just be the case that the vehicles are not enough. We probably have to put a veteran soldier or two in with that team in order to make sure that things go even kind of remotely smoothly. So, we got to go on a little bit of a recruitment tour. Our numbers are low. We're down to only 9 people. I would love to have more people than that. So, there are definitely people available to us in various places. I'm not 100% sure what our needs are right now. So we still need a heavy pretty badly. But a berserker will have to do, probably. Hold on. Chaos and another guy have level ups. What class do we want to take on Chaos? I'm kind of thinking Assault for Dash. Right, Chaos' job is so much easier if he can dash. I don't think any of this other stuff really makes a lot of sense. Yeah, let's go Assault Training, because I very, very badly want dash. And then obviously, like, Return Fire is also great. We can spend some Phoenix skill points on that, I think. That's fine. So now we can at least have the pistol thing. If we can get some personal defense weapons, Return Fire might be pretty good with those. It seems like they're basically SMGs. And then, who was the other person who had a level up? Oh, it was the stealth guy who managed to survive the massacre. Yeah, I would say you certainly had an opportunity to learn something. Attacks from behind gain shock value equal to 3 times the damage dealt. I don't know what shock value is. Probably it causes... My guess would be that it causes daze, but we also don't really know how daze works. Hold on a second. Actually, is there just a thing that's like... Yeah, okay, we have a lot of entries here. Acid damage adds the value to the acid level of the hit body part. Acid accumulates on body parts. Acid will eat away. First, the body part's armor is affected and reduced by 10. If there's no armor left on the part, then 10 damage is applied to the body part hit points. Okay, so it works a lot like poison, except it's area specific and it affects armor first. That's pretty good. Weapons that inflict shock damage cause a target to become dazed. Okay, that's sensible. Armor is subtracted from the shock damage value, and if the shock damage value is higher than the target's current hit points, they are dazed. Dazed characters have 1 AP and bad accuracy. Okay, that seems alright. Maybe. That seems fine. Advanced Havens. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of information here. I appreciate that the information is in the game, because we could just look up stuff like this. So yeah, if you are allied, you can research the allied factions research projects, where if you are aligned, they will share anything they've completed, but you can't actually contribute. And also... Okay, being at war, being -75 with a faction is how you get to at war, and it doesn't... Seems like your relationship with them doesn't matter until it gets all the way down there. Okay, Pondus has a ton of health. Or a ton of skill points. And it doesn't have a second class laid in yet. What would we want? I do think that the sniper assault combo is really powerful. But is there something else that would be better? Like, what about Sniper Infiltrator? Does that give us any interesting options? Let's go back and look at what infiltrators have access to at high levels. 3 times the damage dealt, so shock attacks with a sniper rifle would be really powerful. Deploy a holographic decoy. Deploy 3 spider drones with 1 action. Move within 5 tiles and disappear from view for the next turn. Damage dealt while not spotted is doubled. Yo, sniper rifle sneak attack seems like it would be a real thing. Let's try that. I don't think that this is necessarily... I don't think this is going to make Pondus as powerful as Lys, but it's definitely got some value. Let's go infiltrator training. You are absolutely picking up sneak attack, and then that's all your personal skill points, so anything else we pick up here is going to be a little bit expensive. I mean, I don't actually even know what spider drones do. I kind of want to take spider drone pack. We should find out. And then, like, this is exactly what Phoenix skill points are for, right? Picking up skills on people who have hit max level. I think we can grab you Vanish as well, maybe? Within 5 tiles and disappear from view. I mean, that's going to help us trigger sneak attack, right? Let's take that. Alright, we'll try that like that. And then one other thing I did want to do is Chaos. You have no personal skill points left, but I kind of want to increase your strength. You're carrying an awful lot of weight, and it's making you slow. The dash is certainly going to help, but do I want to spend Phoenix's skill points on strengthening you when we definitely can't get you to the threshold we need anyway? I guess probably not. We'll just deal with you being slow. Alright, worry about people's equipment later. So this haven's about to be destroyed. I do not think that we're going to make it in time to save it, but we're going to continue along the path anyway, and we'll just hope that I'm wrong. Oh wait, hold on. What's the Tiamat doing right now? Is it in motion at least? Yeah, it's coming back home. Okay. So yeah, that thing's for sure dead. We just got to go recruit. So what do we want? What's around here that we could use? Another sharpshooter is probably worth having, honestly. We are also going to need to do some equipment trades, or some material trades.
Haven destroyed.
Yeah, we're not quite going to be able to make it. The mist is really coming in. All those mist repellers are getting so close to completion. Alright, now we need to move to somewhere where we can trade for materials. Absolutely, all food. You can have as much food as you want. We need to get rid of all of the food. This would be less of a problem if we were successfully completing resource missions. What was the soldier that was available here? We don't really need another engineer. I think we probably have enough engineers. I tried right-clicking to see if it would bring up a context menu there, just like something that would allow me to, to do the full trade all at once. This should get us to enough materials to do another recruit, I think. Which we will not do here. It's actually, it's interesting that that one's so expensive. I guess it's the same cost here. The other guy that we hired was cheaper, but probably because he's not a highly specialized unit, right? Another stealth guy. Is that what we want? Maybe not. That's a berserker. Honestly, I'd be fine with a second berserker. Okay, we're gonna move here anyway because we gotta engage in material trading. Ooh, they do not have very much. I wonder if the design intent is that you spend most of your materials on recruiting. This is probably an artifact of our iffy play style lately. You on board? Yeah, I mean, an extra 189 materials. We don't really have the option of not going after that. I mean, it is nice to have resource income. Nice to have a whole lot of food that you can turn into stuff. But I do wish that we had materials income instead, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that's... I mean, I assume all of the new Jericho Havens that have the specialized guy are just gonna be... Yeah, they're just gonna be engineers. You're not specialized. You are a sharpshooter. We probably don't need another sharpshooter. You're an assault. Honestly, an assault would be fine. Don't think I want to fly all the way out of my way to get over to Fort Kahina, so let's just fly in this direction.
Construction complete.
Okay, so we have mist repellers everywhere. Let's go ahead and do the trades here. Oh yeah, I'll do a tech trade. Tech trade is absolutely fine. Do some trades here. I'm gonna stop off here and drop an area scan, because there may be a Pandoran structure. There seems to often be Pandoran structures in the mist, and now we can actually detect those. Alright, this will give us enough to do some more recruiting. We want to end up with one of the Manticores having a full team of people, one of the Manticores having a vehicle and 3 people, and then the Tiamat having a vehicle and 5 people, right? That's the idea. So we want to end up at 14 soldiers, at least. We can certainly afford to run 14 soldiers. Production's complete on the Goliath. We are now building, right, that pistol. We've almost actually gotten through our manufacturing backlog. Stuff is turning off for no reason again. Apparently that's just going to keep happening. I mean, power's not fluctuating at this base in any way, right? Like, there's no reason for that to be occurring. Yeah, I don't know. We could pull some food production and replace it with something else, I suppose. We really don't need all the food production we have now, especially now that it's so effective. If we were to do that, though, what would we even... I don't even know what we need. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to have to keep checking on this because we definitely don't. There are some things here that we do not want to turn off. In particular, if the containment cell decides to power down while we're doing other stuff, I wonder what the effect of that would be. That would be pretty bad for anything we had in containment, right? So that's maybe a thing that I need to figure out why that's happening. Have a look at it. All right. Do we want? I'm just gonna go ahead and grab this assault. We may as well. See, this time it stopped and told me. It doesn't always do that. Attacking force points 27. What the hell? What on earth is going on up there? Well, we should probably try to save him. Am I gonna make it in time? I don't even know. Alright, everything is actually running at the base. Yeah, okay, so the heal up will occur. Y'all can just get on the Tiamat. We may need a team of people who are not actually capable of winning battles just to sail around and get other stuff done. You know, like trades and recruiting and whatnot. Alright, I don't think we're gonna make it. It's gonna be close.
Haven destroyed.
Ah, that's a shame. Alright, you know what, let's drop another area scan here, because we do have 2 satellite uplinks right now, so we can do 2 simultaneously.
The disciples of Anu Haven is under attack.
Bertha. Okay. Lots and lots of combat. going on all of a sudden. Let's go ahead and take the path we're planning to take here. People do it on the Tiamat. The vehicle is almost repaired. We're going to swap that out for the Scarab, I guess, so it doesn't really matter that that's almost repaired. You go back to base. You get on the Tiamat. And then we could go searching. I'm a little worried that doing so is asking for trouble. Yeah, maybe we should just go do recruitment and trades and stuff. You guys have a sharpshooter available, which is fine, but not exactly what we're looking for. I mean, I want to explore. We can just run away from stuff, maybe? I don't know. The mist pushback thing doesn't seem to be great. Hopefully it'll push back further if we just let it keep going. But I guess just, yeah, come out here and let's at least do some research stuff.
I always argued for giving New Jericho another chance. Maybe there was more to Tobias West than greed and self-importance. Maybe New Jericho could be a force for good after all. Maybe they even believed in freedom like they kept saying. I was wrong. For that, I apologize. But at least we tried. Now we know that war really is the only option.
Oh, I don't know if this is a good time for this. Well, yeah, it's not the moment, in my opinion, for this concern. But okay, I guess a war is breaking out. Well, what are you gonna do? All right, I can't tell them not to. I seem to have no meaningful way of interacting with them on this. So, what else do we want to build? We have an opening now. We should definitely build... Can I build any of those? I mean, we should probably make some of these, right? These seem pretty good. We use quite a few assault rifles over the whole crew. Let's build a bunch of those. And then... Is there a way to... Yeah, just show me just the sniper gear. Can we make those other sniper rifles? No, the one I was looking at that had the 130 damage, that was New Jericho tech, wasn't it? Well, ooh. Hand cannon. That is 100 damage per bullet. Maybe make me one of those as well. We don't have a lot of people using pistols. Maybe make a couple of those. Don't have a lot of people using pistols, but we could find something to do with one or two of those. And then you are going to trade food for materials. I don't think we need to take on this this priest here. What does this haven have? Okay, another 217 materials is what they have. I'm coming. We're totally going to save you. Don't worry. Just hold on. He's got to do some transactions really quickly. We got to swing by the Trader Joe's. You know, they're having a sale. Is that a thing? Do Trader Joe's have sales? Listen, I ain't got the money to be shopping at Trader Joe's. Alright, scans have not yet revealed any new Pandoran structures, but I mean, they're still early days on those. We probably should not swing through anywhere else. Let's just go ahead and get down here. We have come to help. Attacking strength pretty low this time. And honestly, the reward is significant. We could really use this. That's right, we're only saving you because you're paying. Okay, I'll go ahead and press this button. You're not actually part of the team. But yeah, I think we're ready to go. It says we need ammo. We don't need ammo. It lies. The screen lies to us. Oh, you know what I should probably produce, actually, in this lull is like a bunch of grenades. We are kind of always low on grenades, because I do love to throw grenades at people. I mean, it's a very satisfying explosion. By which I mean, it's an explosion. All explosions are very satisfying. This is basically the only reason anybody watched Mythbusters. That's not... I feel bad saying that. Mythbusters is delightful television. But I will say, the reason I got hooked on it is because the first episode I saw is the one where they blow up the cement truck with dynamite. Turns out explosions in the real world look a little bit different than Hollywood movie-type explosions, because I won't spoil the joy of it, but the thing that happens to the to the cement truck at the very end of the episode is not exactly what I thought it was going to look like. Alright, kill all enemies. Hey look, there's a guy. He's right there. We actually see another one over there. We don't know anything about total enemy composition, but we know it's not going to be super dangerous. These guys do have pain chameleon, so if we're going to take shots, we want to make them count.
All I need is a clear shot.
I mean, you just have his arm, right? We could just pop his arm. Hey, Pondus.
5x5.
Can you see the other guy? That other guy has not spotted us yet. Right? You are unspotted. Kind of surprised you don't have an angle on him from here. This thing must be just tall enough that it's occluding sight. Let me zoom out. So... Alright, we'll have Pondus try to take that guy down. I think I am just going to have Lise shoot that guy in the arm right now. It looks like he's not armed with a rifle. Do you have a pistol? Yeah, okay. So we can't take away enough of his limbs to make him not able to shoot. He has low enough armor that I wonder if we're better off going for a rifle shot. Like, if I tightened up the reticle and shot right here, I wonder if we could maybe pull his leg and his arm. I'm going to do it. We might be able to get a little bit of additional bleed on him. Right? Like, shoot right there. 2 bullets to the arm, 2 bullets to the leg. Is both of them bleeding? That didn't quite work. We got the arm, though. That was worth a shot, I think. Okay, and Master Marksman activated, so we now know that there are not a lot of enemies in the immediate area. I have to move forward pretty far to get a shot. Part of me wants to move up here, and part of me is nervous about there being other stuff on this roof. You know what I could do? We could just jetpack up to the roof. That'll give me some information and also a position from which to maybe do cool stuff. Jetpacks are more effective when fired from a roof. Okay, and that does not... Him stepping up there makes everybody feel better. And that does not reveal anything new, so I feel like those stairs are pretty safe now. So let's have Pondus
5x5.
move to the stairs and then quick aim that dude. Yes, I have spotted him. Has he spotted me? Let's hope not. Nope, he's alerted. Oh, that's right. Don't these guys have, like, supervision? No, I just got too close. This guy probably hasn't seen me. And he has a shield arm. He's not exactly the most terrifying guy. He does have a machine gun. He's going to be our target, because I don't think he notices me yet. Okay, we can definitely take that machine gun arm off. So I'm not getting the double here. I don't even remember how this thing works. Damage dealt while not spotted. This is not enemy specific. It's not damage dealt to enemies who haven't spotted you. It's damage dealt if you have not been spotted. So probably we could shed it with invisibility, but honestly I'm inclined to just take the arm shot here. We got it, let's just do it, right? Alright, so he still has his spitter head, he has a shield. Let's not worry too much about it for the moment. So the other dude does need to get shot. It's a thing we gotta do. Lise could move to here and have a shot at him. I don't necessarily love being just out in the open like that. Yeah, he's short enough that the stairs are even going to be a problem. We have to move to the side until we're clear of those. I wonder how the spotted state actually works. I don't really know what we're up against here in terms of game effects. It might be the case that once you're spotted once, you are considered spotted for the rest of the mission. I think I'm inclined to have Chaos step over here and drop a thing there, assuming that there will be more enemies on the other side of the map. We can just prep for the flank, because I expect we're going to get flanked, having dropped in the center of the map the way we did. And then we just want to be real careful with everybody's positioning here so that we don't leave ourselves in a position to get shot in the back by our own turret.
Positioning.
Gosh, I love quick aim. And there is that pistol guy. There's not really like a ton we can do about the fact that there is that pistol guy. Wait, did I actually place that reticle in a way that it was possible to miss the head? I thought I had it right on. Well, that's annoying. My plan there was to remove all of his ways of melee attack, or range attacking people. We could have Bave go for... Bave go for this guy. We're not going to be able to get a kill or anything, but... I think I want to dash up. And I want to shoot each of them once.
Targeting.
Yeah, Bave can get some decent damage. Managed to disable both of his arms, so he's not going to bleed out in one turn, but he'll bleed out quickly. Maybe we can get the leg. This looks pretty unlikely to me. I could do an armor break. It feels wasteful. That guy's weak enough. We can just take him down. I don't want to spend will on this. We might not get him this turn, but we'll get him. And then I gotta remember, it would be real cool to get a capture if we could get a capture happening. So civilians alive, 7 of 7. I don't actually know where any of the civilians are right now. I have no idea what I want to do with Crypto. Maybe we move Crypto over to here. Just try to be, like, ready for this guy when he reemerges. Feels not great to move toward the edge of the map with the character that we want to maybe be in melee range of enemies. I don't really know what else to do.
Heading out.
So I'm just going to take a position back here. Okay, we can see some people on the second floors of buildings through the windows now. Doesn't really tell me a lot. And I'll just overwatch somewhere. Like, I don't really want to run... I don't want to run the wrong direction. It would be really easy to run the wrong direction. I'm going to do this. You're also good. Alright, so you bleed for 20. My guess is this guy's under 50 health now. But it's still going to take a while to bleed out, right? Oh, actually, he's probably just bailing from the map, right? Because Bave... Oh, maybe not. Let's say Bave disabled both of his arms, or both of his lower arms. He might not actually be able to use his pistol anymore. Surprised to see that rather than a move up to Poison Spit. This guy's dead, right? He moved into a position where Bave is not even in the direction that he's shielding. Okay, that's a thing we're going to have to deal with. If we can get somebody down there. That feels like a thing Crypto could maybe respond to. Yeah, that was completely unavoidable. Unless we wanted to run somebody over adjacent to the guy. The good news is he will unchameleon now, and then we will, Okay, that's an Arthron with a machine gun. He'll unchameleon now, and Lise will be able to trivially kill him. Could be the same guy. Probably not. Alright. Can we do this with the assault rifle? Actually... probably not. That's too armored. Is other body parts that armored? We can maybe do lethal to the arm. I'd really like to do this without spending 3 action points. And without spending will. Maybe we can shoot right here. An awful lot of the reticle is armed. Okay, there we go. Got my will back. Now I could do another thing, like go for this guy's arm or leg. But honestly, we can maybe let Bave handle that. Now, let's talk about these other enemies. We know approximately where some other enemies are. Where is Tiny? And he cannot make it to the opposite corner of the roof in a single action point. Oh, I see something. Well, finish your move to the corner. So we knew that already. I could just try to drop a grenade right on him. We suspect there's enemies over here, though. I wonder if I can I wonder if we can use the power of teamwork to maybe affect those guys. Okay, so from right here, you should be able to see around the sides. You should at least have an idea of what's going on over here. Yep, I sure do. Those guys underneath an overhang? They are not. Ooh, I think that's where the grenade goes. Right, this is one of those things where I really hope Tiny can just hit it exactly as I've shot it. Okay. No, he did disable... Was that one leg, 2 arms, and the head? It might even have been 2 legs, 2 arms, and the head. That guy is low. Low on health. Gonna be real hard to not hit this civilian from where I'm standing right now. Crypto might have to not do the thing I'm looking at here. Actually, we could probably have yeah, we could have Bave do some of this. So what about Pondus finishing this guy off?
On it.
Easy enough to hit an area that's not the shield. Yeah. I'll just do this. That's fine.
That's a kill.
Now let's Bave get around here and do this thing. Do we want to dash? I mean, dashing's going to let me fire twice, but I'm not actually going to get to fire twice under any circumstances here because he's going to move, right? Dave could run up here and maybe shotgun him.
Moving now.
We gotta put the initial damage on there.
Targeting.
Shotgun's alright. Things okay. You stay right there, I guess? Yeah, it is not really a reason for you to move. Crypto doesn't really have a play. Pondus has a single action point that I think I'm going to spend running up the building. I think Pondus being on top of that roof is probably the smartest thing for us. And then we can take some cover. Chaos is one movement short of good cover. Well, I guess we can use our dodge. Or dodge. We can use our dash. Dash to here. And try to set up another turret. Let's see. Move to right there. I wish I could... Again, one space short of the cover I actually want. I think we could just dash again, right? We dash over to here and set up turrets around that area. Why not? So we'll move this far in and drop a turret right here. And then maybe even back up. If I had one more space of movement, I'd back up to this cover just for safety. But this is fine. This will be okay. This turret's not going to need to shoot this direction, I don't think. And I think I'm going to have Crypto also move this way.
Heading out.
It would be really neat if we could find a way to get a capture here. Okay, I think we're done. Yep, no big surprise there. That's why I wanted to stay in the cover. I was hoping that I could avoid getting shot at all. Yeah, these civilians sadly are not taking cover. Without my guidance, the only thing they can do is stand in the middle of a room and be shot at. It is a little silly. I feel like when they take a hit, they should run. After a turn in which an enemy deals damage to them, they should run for some kind of cover. I don't think that's unreasonable. That's an annoyingly good position. Also, I can't believe you have enough action points to shoot after all that movement. That is not where I was expecting that turret to fire. It fired backward at this guy. So dude is 46 HP from death. I mean, it's got to be Bave just cleans him up, right? Alright, that is a kill. I forgot which weapon I had equipped. I wanted to do that with the rifle. Let's It's weird. With the shotgun, it shows me a line of sight to that dude over there. Like I'm going to be able to hit that guy with the shotgun. I think I just full run over here. And yeah, it's not worth spending will points on this. Probably Tiny drops a grenade over here. This should clear up some of this cover. That at least damage the wall? No. Really? The grenade landed right here and it didn't damage the wall? Ah. Hopefully you can understand why sometimes I find it difficult to tell what the effect of gunfire on a structure will be. Okay, you've got a shot from there. We can make this happen. Can you get any closer? No, that is the edge of that action point. Well, we definitely should not spend another action point. Oh, you have a shot from right here on that guy? Really? You know what? Let's focus. This I do not actually need to interact with. So a Marduk's Fist, an acid handgun magazine, yeah, not stuff I particularly care about.
Ready to fire.
Right, is this the rifle arm? Which arm is this? That's a launcher arm. I didn't realize that guy had a launcher. Yeah, let's deal with that, shall we? Yeah, we hadn't actually seen these guys very much. I thought they were the same Arthrons as the other one, but no, they are not. Extremely are not. You don't have any action points left. You're like... You're at 100 HP. So, a melee attack is totally viable here. Alerted. Alright, get inside, take some cover. I mean, I kind of want to run as far forward as possible, right? But if I do that, I'm a little worried he's going to come in this door and totally own my face. So I'm going to hide right here. I move to here. Am I going to have enough? I don't think I will have enough movement to get back behind the good cover. So let's not do that.
No time to waste.
Just have you full sprint over here. I'm reasonably sure that this guy is the last real enemy left. One of these dudes might be somewhere nearby. I don't... The fact that they can leave the level really leaves some ambiguity as to what has happened to invisible enemies, which is actually probably a good thing. Like that sense of uncertainty is a thing that invisible enemies in games often fail to provoke because at some point you learn the rules. The turrets can't even take like kind of a shot on him, really? I'm gonna start with a grenade to his face. I don't know how, I don't know if Overwatch in this game is removed by damage. Looks like it is not. And you get adjacent to him. You can get adjacent to him with 2 action points left. I want to run around this way. Yeah, that's gonna reduce the number of action points I have available. And we don't have. I forgot to equip potentially the long range thingy. Well, here's what we can do. We can just drop his arm, probably. This'll remove his Overwatch. Game doesn't think I have a shot. Okay. He's still on Overwatch. Did I shoot I shot the other arm. Well, we knocked his launcher off. That's also very important. How much health does he have left? 32? We could totally do this. Maybe the right play is we just stay in cover. Like, I close up. I gotta be careful not to do this in such a way that I'm gonna get totally owned by machine gun fire, which obviously is a complicating factor. I wish I had more action points. You know what I could do? I could just run at him. And then we could have Tiny do. Oh no, rally costs 2 action. Does anybody else have rally? No, nobody else is at. Oh yeah, that's right. Rally's from the assault tree, so you could rally, and then that would give Tiny. Well, it says limited to 1 use per turn. I was going to say I would give Tiny enough action points to also rally. Think of how many punches we could get off. But we got to get it. We got to get him to spend his Overwatch. So I'm going to do something potentially dangerous. Who's down there? Chaos, you're pretty heavily armored. Actually, you're really heavily armored. Yeah, even on hits, that would have been very little damage. All right, let's see if this works. What could his threshold for this possibly be? I forgot that it was going to do damage. We'll be okay, though. Yeah, he's paralyzed. He's at like 14 health right now or something. Some very low number. Hey, look, we captured one. I finally did it. It's not a useful one, but we captured him. And also, we're getting level ups on our good troops that we're using a lot, and I hardly got shot in the face at all there. The enemies are really good at hitting you in the face. They always aim for headshots, which I guess is a good thing because it's not necessarily the most damaging. Like, it would be way worse if they always aimed for your arms, right? Alright, so we did some rescuing, we got some supplies. I'm a big fan of getting all those supplies, and there is, in fact, a Pandoran lair in the area. We want to wait until that becomes a citadel, right? At the risk of maybe endangering the lives of the people around here. Like, it's way easier for us if that's a citadel. It looks like the mist repulsion circle is maybe spreading outward from the base. Yeah, we definitely needed to build those everywhere. Alright, so what do we want to do with you now? I mean, there's a lot of unexplored stuff in this area. But none of this stuff is mission objectives. Wait. One of these is Prisoner of Ice, and the other one is Energize This. Probably what we need to do, we need to get this A-team over here. We need to find the North American base. That really does have to be our next priority, I think. That and recruiting, obviously. Hey, now that your haven is saved, perhaps you would like to give us all of your materials. I'm going to go ahead and do this even though we aren't really pressed for materials right now. Maybe not. I'm just thinking, like, maybe we also need our tech, but, like, we go through a lot of materials really quickly. So you were offering an infiltrator. I'm not wild about that. This is a sharpshooter, because they're always sharpshooters. I mean, that's a priest. I know that's a priest. We have to get the North American base. It's vital. And we don't know, it could be as far north as Alaska. I guess let's start there. Is the Tiamat going? Okay, the Tiamat's going to a place. The Tiamat's doing a thing. Fort Shaw. What are we looking at here? Attacking force points 27, defending force points 29. So will they win that? I would think they would win that. I'm going to let it happen, and we're going to find out. I'm actually very curious. So we came here to trade, but at this point, I don't think I do want to trade tech for materials anymore. Wouldn't mind trading food. I don't need another sharpshooter. We don't need that. What's this guy? Yeah. I would take assaults. At this point, I would much rather have assaults. Or you. You are a sharpshooter. I mean, it's not like they're bad. Alright, we're going to take another sharpshooter because the game really wants me to. It feels like. So welcome to Phoenix Point. It's not like they're bad units. They're fine. Really debating whether it is safe at all to do exploration with these with this team. Very concerned that it may not be. You know what? I'm gonna go back home. There's one person here, right? I'm assuming that when we hire a guy while the vehicle is full, whoever is closest gets shunted, or they get shunted to whatever base is closest. That's pretty annoying. Definitely not how we want that to go. I mean, we have the Scarab with us. Maybe it is safe to explore a little bit. We could certainly use some more contacts and stuff. I'm gonna run another area scan. I know we have scans running, but I want to run a little bit more here. You guys also explore. By Synedrian. That feels like a thing I maybe shouldn't get involved in. Synedrian is attacking with insufficient force. You guys, come on. Yeah, the winners here are the defenders there are totally winning. My official position is that I have no position on this. We're just gonna continue what we were doing. Okay. Let's be ready to run away. So you don't have a helmet on. I forgot that we had a guy who doesn't have a helmet on. Stealth -5. It says plus accuracy. Wear this hat. That's actually not a bad look. And then you should probably also be carrying something else. I'm going to give you a grenade and one of these. And maybe take back your handgun mag. Nope, didn't mean to also do that. There we go. Yeah, that'll work. Todd Fat T. Davis can get one of the... So this deals 50 piercing damage. This deals bleed. It feels to me like 140 damage is the way to go. Just like the biggest raw hit. 50 of this damage pierces, but like that doesn't... It doesn't really help that much for 50 of the damage to pierce if the 80 damage is still blocked by armor. $30 damage is definitely never blocked by armor, and then it'll do a bunch of additional... Maybe this is the right way to go. I'm going to give you Dagon's Tooth. Don't you get any ideas about worshipping any sea gods or anything. And then... a neural pistol that deals a little bit of ranged paralysis damage is maybe a reasonable thing to give you. With a magazine. And then we don't have... He doesn't have access to virus weaponry. Oh, right, because that's a priest thing. The other berserker has it because he's multi-classed with priest. Oh, then we just give him a normal handgun. Of course. Meds. I mean, if he's going to have another handgun, maybe we give him the acid gun? Burst of 5 bullets doing 10 acid damage each. Yeah. Let's try, at the risk of maybe losing this, let's try that. I mean, we can't... If we're going to try to actually win this thing, we probably shouldn't soft pedal it, right? And then we have plenty of rifles for you. So, do we want to give him a traditional rifle, or do we want to try to capture stuff? Let's maybe do this the way that suggests that I actually care about his life. How about that? Let's make him feel secure that we actually want him to live. Alright, I feel pretty comfortable with this loadout. The extra rifle would be too much weight. Yeah, let's just try this. Also, this is a cool look. Are we going to be able to pull this off? I don't know. We're going to be... I know that I said this last time, but this time, I mean it the same amount. we got to be ready to run away. If it looks like this is going to go sideways, we got to bounce. And I mean it. I meant it last time, and I mean it this time more. Because I have the fear that built up in me from last time. God, I hope this doesn't go as poorly. It is still a high threat level. But we have the Scarab. Even if the Scarab doesn't have a clean way to move into the combat, it's still very useful because its weapons are effective at an incredible range. But what we really need to do here is bring the other team back home and merge them up a little bit. Alright, so do we have any idea where any of the enemies are? This map is fairly similar looking. No vision, huh? Well, once again, a lot of the crates are in our corner. There's one right here and then 3 right there. So they're going to have to come to us to some degree. Let's go this way. There are almost always enemies hiding around the backside. Aha, what'd I tell you? What do we have? Launcher, blaster, or launcher and machine gun, pretty standard. Can you hit that location from where you are? Of course you can, because you're great at your job. Although at this range, sometimes the missiles are a little unreliable. Okay. Disabled. Head, both legs. One of the arms is damaged. He is bleeding for 1/4 of his health. Hey you, are you anywhere near shooting range? No, you are not. I wonder if we should run him over here. I don't really want him to be over there. I think what I'm going to do is have... Ooh. I want to put him up in a high place so that he can shoot at people from a high place. But also, I'm very worried about using material barrel for cover. Because I feel like the enemies are going to see through that one. It still might be right, though. So this guy knows something's up, right? But he doesn't necessarily know, like, actually where we are. I am allowed to try to shoot him. I'm going to go for it, I think. Because a hit there would have put him on an amount of bleed that is actually really bad for him, right? The bleed plus the poison, like he would have died pretty swiftly. Azevedo is not going to be able to get a hit from here. I can't imagine.
I'm here.
I'm going to move you forward with your Dragon's Tooth. Sorry, with Dagon's Tooth. Yeah, we shouldn't use a pistol. We should just move you forward. In theory, I mean, he knows where the rocket came from. I'm wondering how far is safe to move forward. Because I don't want him to shoot me. These soldiers are not super tough. I'm going to go ahead and commit you to this. Should probably not get any new information here, given that the vehicle didn't see anything when driving forward. The Berserker is going to run... I mean, if I'm right here, he doesn't know I'm here, right? He doesn't see me. I'm going to run over here instead, because we don't know where the other enemies are. And I think we're going to be able to handle this guy. This guy is going to be under control. You know what? I built that spider pistol, didn't I? And I didn't think to equip it. Didn't think to look through our infiltrator equipment options. Not enough, anyway. You may as well commit to a pretty far forward run, because your weapon is largely ineffective at range. And also, if you want to be able to do psychic stuff at people, you got to be able to see them. And then Azevedo also runs forward for the same reason, just like we need to be in shooting range. You can run into the vehicle. You just run up to use the vehicle as cover. Actually, I'm gonna go right here. Alright, this gives us like a pretty broad stance. There's a lot of enemy positions that we can respond to in a reasonable way. And I don't really care about the loot. If we lose all of the loot crates, it's absolutely fine. The only thing that matters here is getting XP for these soldiers and getting them out alive. And the getting out alive part matters a lot more than the other part. Even a retreat is still worth experience, right? Okay. He moved in, and instead of doing anything dangerous, he just went, ah.
Aiming.
Okay, you're a pretty good shot. You're a decent shot. Is that a launcher arm down there? Yeah, let's maybe shoot middly like this. Some decent odds of hitting something, but disabling the launcher is a real high priority. Okay, got his leg instead. Absolutely fine.
What's our move?
We can probably wrap that dude up. I bet we can wrap that dude up. So we have reason to believe there's a guy over here. Reason to believe there's a guy over here, right? Because he shot that the thing in here. We don't actually know what happened on this side. Okay, that guy is just sitting in position in Overwatch, slowly bleeding to death. I'm inclined to allow him to do that. So maybe... I don't exactly know what we're doing over here. Let's move up a little bit. I'm curious about the actual position of that guy. You know, the hearing indicator is not always exactly where things actually are. It's just about where they were, right? I suppose this is a job for you.
On the move.
Move forward one action point and see what we see. Okay, so we do in fact know exactly where you are. You have taken cover from the barrel, presumably, which means that I have a pretty clean shot. We're going to move up to try to limit the amount of spread that we experience. And I'm just going to put it like right on him. Okay, saw a little bit of missile wander there. This guy's actually dead already. Fantastic. God, I love the Scarab. The Scarab is so good. And the other thing is so not good. Alright, so this is my... acid? Wait. Which guy are you? This is my neural pistol. This is my acid pistol.
Ready to fire.
Neural pistol is a real end of the battle kind of play. Yeah, the aim on this is pretty bad though. We might just not fire this turn at all. It's actually slightly less accurate than the other as well. And it's hard to know exactly what will happen, obviously, because bursts are unpredictable. You're dead. You're very much not dead, though. We have to do something about that guy that respects the amount of threat that he is, but also I'm really worried about getting flanked. And especially getting flanked by enemies who have grenade launchers, and thus can damage the Scarab while also killing Gertrude. So, this shot, I bet, is going to be total garbage. What does your armor look like? A significant portion of him is not armored at all. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of movement, right? His leg's disabled. I'm going to take the shot like this, just kind of center mass with a lot of him in the thing, and let's go. Really? 2 bullets. 2 of 6. Rookies. You could move up further and tighten up your shot quite a bit. Let's see. That guy is still a danger. We haven't actually disabled his weapons at all. I'm going to be a little bit cautious about moving too far forward.
I've got a visual.
See another one. Oh, right next to the... Okay, well that's not great. And, okay, we see this guy. Hopefully this guy and the sound we heard over here are the same, because otherwise this is a huge number of enemies. Like a really huge number of enemies. That guy has a lot of acid on him now. We see where the acid built up. So there's 20 on the carapace, which isn't going to do any damage at all. 10 on the head, 20 on the leg, 10 on the other leg. So he's going to take 40 damage at the start of his turn. That's a real shame. He's gonna survive. He has effectively 10 health remaining. Can anybody get any damage at all onto this dude? Need you to hit him with a single round in your burst of 3. Okay, 20 damage. I believe that's lethal. You can just step back. Separate a little bit to reduce the odds of an unfortunate grenade incident. And then you don't have another... Yeah, I didn't fix your equipment, so you have to be pretty cautious with your ammunition. I'm going to have you come over here. I think we're done, right? I guess I can take a bad shot with my handgun because there's no cost to doing so. But I think this guy's not aware of us just yet. So yeah, I'm just gonna... I suppose I could take a bad shot at this guy, and if we get it, we get it, and if not, you know, we don't, but...
Missed.
There's no cost at all to doing it, and then we make sure that we select you and swap you back to this thing. I guess it doesn't matter, you don't have return fire. Yeah, man, Sniper Assault is a really good combination of abilities. Apparently I've misunderstood how those things interact. Yeah, I really thought he was going to take, I thought he was going to take enough acid damage to... Okay, well. He's dead now. Now he bleeds to death at the beginning of his next turn. Kind of surprised you have a shot on the thing, actually. That's the guy who's horribly injured. He just bled down to 60. Which means he is still alive for one more turn. Okay. So there are three guys here, plus one guy in the building, plus one guy that hasn't yet bled to death, plus 2 mind fraggers. The mind fraggers are not a huge threat to us. Ooh, except that, yeah, the neural pistols are bad. The mind fraggers are not a huge threat, but they are a threat. The fact that we saw them before they got to do their thing makes it a lot easier to deal with them. I think this is maybe smart. That should be a real easy shot, given the range involved. Okay. So that's 1 mind fragger down, and this guy is also dead. And then you roll back toward cover as fast as you can, because you might actually die. I mean, listen, if we lose the Scarab, I'm not happy about it, but I'm not nearly as upset about losing the Scarab as I would be about losing a character. About losing an actual human person. So that guy's only got 10 health left. He is actually going to bleed to death. You can't move to a position where you have a shot on anything else, really? We need to open up the wall over here or something. Or we need to just back way off of that. That's the other option, I suppose. We could have somebody throw a grenade at the mind fragger. Actually taking up a supremely annoying position. If I get Azevedo back here, he can probably just shoot it to death. Yeah, let's do that. You know what? I should have dashed.
Right there.
Yeah, I should have had him dash.
Enemy killed.
Because we would have gotten some will back from that kill, and then he would have had 2 action points left. He could have taken a shot or something. Alright,
Preparing to fire.
surely you have that guy. Yeah, there we go. Let's maybe try to drop that launcher, shall we? God, I love sharpshooters. Why was I thinking we didn't need another sharpshooter? Can you ever have too many? So yeah, you are at 10. The bleed is going to kill you. So that guy's still not under control. That guy's still not under control. This guy over here has 60 health, so he'll bleed for 30 at the beginning of this turn, but he'll still be alive for the rest of the turn, and then he dies at the beginning of next turn. So I'm kind of thinking we fall back. A lot of these enemies are going to bleed out. If we fall back to here and like do our best to work this guy out, we can maybe prevent ourselves from taking any additional damage this turn. We don't have a lot of good ways of dealing damage to him, unfortunately. We could maybe get you close enough for this to work. I ran you to here, you'd have 2 shots. How is that 2 action points worth of movement? You are really slow. Yeah, I kind of want to aim low because I don't really want to hit the carapace, but if we aim too low, we are losing a lot of hit chance. Okay, so he's got 40 poison. Oh, sorry. I could see his health there. I know 40 poison doesn't do it. Oh, no, it totally does, because he's got 40 poison and 10 bleed. Yeah. Okay, that guy's dead. Great work with the crossbow, which turns out to be an excellent weapon. And then you can actually just spend your last action point moving back to cover, which is cool. Yeah, I like the infiltrator. Maybe we do want a second infiltrator, because the crossbow seems to actually be great. Seems like maybe it's totally bananas. I don't really want to move Chief Whitebeard too far back, but I need this guy to come toward us a little bit. I'm a little worried that if I'm not careful, he's just going to destroy the scarab. So you're going to be able to shoot the scarab. You're almost certainly going to be able to move up far enough to shoot the scarab. We might lose it. I might not be able to keep it alive. Maybe what I have you do is run to here. Don't know if they know where he is. If they do, he's going to get hit with a grenade. But he needs to be pretty close to do his thing anyway. I'm going to have him push. And then I think we should be able to get a shot off. Yeah, look at this. Maybe I can actually do some damage here. If we hit the arm, it still wouldn't break, but... yeah, I guess we'll aim like... it sort of doesn't matter how I aim. All of the visible parts of his body are in the reticle, no matter what. This is probably going to miss.
Target missed.
Pretty bad odds. Alright, nobody's mad at you. I'm a little worried about the fact that it doesn't say he has high cover from this side here, even though we can see that he's mostly covered. I'm worried that that will make it that the AI is more likely to shoot at him. And then I hate having to move you backward. But I think maybe we run over here so that we can threaten this guy with a melee attack, and we want to draw that other dude out of the building, right? So maybe like we run over here and we acid overwatch or something.
Dashing ahead.
Do I want you to just try to pick up the kill? Now that I'm thinking about it. Dealing damage seems to be a source of XP. Yeah. Oh, that gun doesn't do any impact damage anyway. That's right. He doesn't have a weapon that does immediate impact damage, unfortunately. Okay, I think you're good where you are. I think we're just done. So a bunch of bleed outs. I mean, they should be suffering some pretty serious morale problems at this point. Like willpower should be an issue. We should see some panic soon. He's not going to miss the vehicle. He might destroy it. Yeah, that's a shame. We can build another one. It's not a big deal. And if it feeds a mission worth of XP to all these little dudes, then honestly, it may well have been worth it. Still have some cover. I don't think that's going to be a bleed out, but he's going to have to use medical supplies immediately. Or he's going to have medical supplies used on him immediately. You have a med kit in your backpack. Does he? Yes. Okay. We'll figure that out in a second. This guy's still at full health. This guy's going to bleed out at the beginning of the coming turn. So it is just these two, I believe. Whose actions are more valuable? Let's see. I can get up here, and I could hit this guy with a pretty hard melee attack, but I don't know if that solves the problem. Your move has to be getting up on that guy.
Pushing on.
So I need a dash from you.
Preparing to fire.
What does the shot look like? Bad. We need another dash. And then still probably bad, is my guess. This might be dash, dash, move, and do a single burst. Actually, it's pretty good now. Less than I would have liked, though. Again, less than I would have liked. I think, however, that we've set him up to die to a melee attack. Yeah, he only has 50 health. Alright, so what we're going to do is have Chief Whitebeard. Ooh. Chief Whitebeard doesn't have enough action points to do the thing he needs to do. You have 24 health, so if you bleed for one turn, you won't die. Yeah, if Chief Whitebeard had one more action point, he could move to here and do the heal. As it is, he can move to here and swap the medkit into his hand, but he won't be able to use it.
I'm here.
Standing by.
Well, I could run up and throw my grenade. Maybe just get a grenade kill. Yeah, that's fine. And the Berserker can heal himself.
Yes.
Okay.
Be right there.
Berserker can heal himself, because he's going to have to. Let's unequip. I guess it doesn't really matter. I could spend my whole turn just fixing this. Right, we can do this. Heal self. And then I can use my other action points to swap that back. I'm not going to. I'm going to use my action point to move closer. And then, this is the only enemy that's really left. Fortunately, we have no kind of shot. I can loot the vehicle. Oh, I can't even see the building because of the way this works. I'm going to move to here. There's nothing in the vehicle. I really wish that he would... So, you can take your shot as though you are standing next to the thing as long as the game decides you have a shot available to you. If it doesn't, you don't step out from behind your cover. You just look at it. Take that, food crate. I guess maybe my play is just Overwatch this direction. Really get to do anything else. And then you are stealthed, right? They totally can't see you. I don't actually know 100% how the rules work on that. I'll run you across to here, I guess. I don't feel confident about the stealth enough to feel like I've got it here. Okay. That guy bleeds out. You saw the gun hit the ground. Now it's just you and me. That seems like it should have tripped my Overwatch. Did I just not... Maybe I didn't set it deep enough? No. I am considered not to have a shot here. Oh, I'm not going to be able to get one either. This thing is in the way. Probably not worth spending a grenade to fix that problem. We could move up and go for a grenade toss on the actual guy, though. Definitely a little worried about how that ends up. And maybe the better play would be to just move into crossbow range and crossbow him. Poison will do a lot of damage. Yeah, like I have an almost guaranteed hit here. Gotta get, like, as much of the reticle full as possible. Okay, actually, that was incredible, too. The bolt went through his head. And you don't actually have a position to run to where you have any cover. Kind of have cover here. He doesn't see you, I think. So we'll just hope that that's good enough. We can get a cleaner shot by stepping around.
Aiming.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. Hold on, let's watch his animation for a second. Let's see if he does anything. Okay, he's not really going to move for us. So, do I want to aim high? Obviously, this is the better damage, but it's not. I feel like we're more likely to miss. Let's go for it. Okay, we hit that arm. So he is now going to take 60 damage at the start of the turn, which is lethal. And I believe he is the last enemy. So the only question now is, do we want to have somebody run up and try to get a kill on him? Just deal some damage, maybe earn yourself some XP if that is indeed the way it works, which I'm not 100% confident of. It's alright, you got one more. Aim low. There it is. Great shot. Hey, we survived. We lost the scarab, which is a shame, and we will have to rebuild it. But we can roll with the armadillo a little bit. We got no level ups. We're close. We're so close. We would have gotten a level up on Fat T at the very least if we had saved one more crate, I think. Yeah, that was I think an outcome that we have to regard as a success, if only for our own morale. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to rebalance the manufacturing queue a little bit. I would like to build a new scarab. Yeah, go ahead and... We're also going to queue some grenades, was the other thing I was going to say. So let's put scarab in the thing, 2 days, 4 hours, and then also some grenades. We're just going to need a bunch of grenades. Boy, it sure would be nice if there was like a search field on this where I could just type in the thing I'm looking for. So let's move the grenades up to the top of the queue. How many grenades do we want to build before the scarab? Because the scarab's not going first. Let's build all 3 of these grenades before the scarab. And then we got, lots of other stuff. Lots of other stuff will get done. We're very close to completing advanced viral weapon research, helping our team out here a little bit. And we did capture a guy, right? Did I not? Wait, we ended the battle with him paralyzed, and with our... Yep, the containment thing depowered for no reason. Power on. Why does the power keep turning off here? Alright, I'm going to look into this. I'm going to figure out what's going on with this power bug because it is causing us problems. We have situations here where we should be getting captures. Maybe we should just pull a food production and build another power station. Just to, you know what? I'm not going to worry about it right now. What I'm going to do is what I just said. I'm going to go look up what's wrong and we'll figure out what the solution is. So that's going to be it for us for right now. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. Tomorrow we are going to find the Phoenix base in North America. We are going to push back the mist. We are going to save this goddamn planet. And we'll see you then.